So what's in the box? I mean, do you guys want to know? I mean, do you really want to know? Alright, let's find out. What's up, you guys? It's Matthew Daniel, aka Meadow, back again with y'all for yet another video. You guys, I'm super stoked to share this video with y'all for two reasons, honestly. First and foremost, it's been an entire year since I put up my first YouTube video. You guys, it still blows my mind to think about it. It's been an entire 12 months since I started this channel, and it's because of you guys, the subscribers, those who have liked and commented on the videos, this community, everyone who has participated in the videos and shared their passions alongside me, to everyone who has shared content ideas with me. It's because of all of you guys that I have been able to celebrate with y'all an entire year. So again, to each and every one of you guys, I say thank you, and I say congratulations to you for working with me to develop such an amazing community and an amazing channel. You guys, I'm excited to see what year number 2 looks like, and I'm praying that year number 2 looks even better and it gets to be even bigger than year number 1. So I guess the only thing left for me to say is happy first birthday to this community and to this channel, you guys. So the second reason why I'm super excited to share this video with you guys comes with what's in this big exciting Amazon package I received. But before we get to what's in the box, I want to share with you guys a quick, I guess we can call it YouTube tip for the day. I don't know why I did this so many times, but whatever. So when I started making YouTube videos, or at least when I started developing the mindset that I wanted to be a YouTuber, I knew I wanted to be the best YouTuber I could be. I knew I wanted to make the best videos I could make. I knew I wanted to, you know, create the best content that I could create. And I think for the most part, we all have that same mentality when it comes to us starting a new job, a new task, a new hobby. However, there's one thing that always seems to fog up and distort that mentality, and that is whenever we look at the resources and equipment that we have accessible to us and we start to think, oh, well, this is not up to par, this is not professional enough, this is not high tech or high quality enough for us to be able to make quality content. And that's something that I had to fight against. So therefore, I ended up having to re-establish a new mentality that told me to make whatever I had work for me. So that's my tip to you guys. Make whatever you have work for you. Whatever you have accessible to you, make it work for you. If you have only a webcam and you want to be a YouTuber, make that webcam work for you to the best of its ability. If you only have a 4-track cassette recorder to make music like I had when I first started, you make that recorder work for you to the best of its ability until you can upgrade. So having had to reestablish that mentality, I began to really put forth a lot of effort into making some decent, and in my opinion, some great content for you guys. Of course, there's always room for improvement. But one thing that I had to do is, you know, I had a great cam, I had a great microphone, great environment, great, you know, concept for, you know, content that I wanted to produce. But one thing that I didn't necessarily have was lighting. I didn't have the best lighting. I didn't really have any lighting, honestly. I had lamps, you know, I had, you know, ceiling fixtures in my house, but I didn't really have anything professional or anything that's designated for videography or photography in the lighting category. So I had to be innovative. I had to use what I had. I had to make what I had work for me. So therefore, I did what most of us do nowadays, and I went to today's most reliable resource, YouTube. I went to YouTube, I searched in DIY video lighting. I ended up finding a video by Christopher Rhodes on his YCImaging channel, and the caption is what drew my attention. If you know anything about the Aperture 120D, you know it's an amazing videography and photography light. So he said something to the effect in the title that said, spend $50 to make an aperture 120D light or something to that effect, but make one for under $20. So I'm like, okay, how does this guy do it? So I watched the video and I was impressed. So I ended up following his lead. So for the first video, as you guys can see in this clip, the first video I put on YouTube, it was actually pretty decent. The quality, the lighting, everything, the setup was pretty decent. It wasn't that bad. So if I could take a second to show you exactly what I used for lighting in that video, you'd be surprised. I used this. This is what, you know, I took away from Christopher's video, which I'll have linked right here at the top of the video. This is all I had, and then of course, you know, I used this to distort, to diffuse the light that was coming through the fixture as well. But it was a flimsy, crappy thing that I ended up using for about 7 or 8 months until I got tired of it falling down in the middle of a take. So I ended up wanting to upgrade what I had, but not to the extent of going out and purchasing an expensive video light. So I ended up going to Home Depot and I just got a new fixture. So with this fixture, I got a light that actually had an adjustable color temperature mode on it. And I used this to, of course, diffuse the light. And I mean, it worked. It was much sturdier. I didn't have to worry about the light falling down in the middle of a shot or in the middle of a take. So I was satisfied, you know, and as you guys can tell in this clip right here, which is the Lordson Revival cover that I did, the light turned out pretty good. Even in this one, where I did a cover of Maren Morris's The Bones, it did pretty well. I mean, it was pretty good with the kind of light, quality light that it put out. However, I still was not quite impressed with what kind of source lighting these things were producing. So I ended up putting some money aside and I ended up going with what is actually not in this box, but what is right in front of me. And I owe a huge thanks, a huge shout out to my friend Christian Elia, who actually put me on this product. You guys can check out his channel right here, and he has a bunch of great knowledge and wisdom on videography and design. I encourage you guys to go and show him some support and some love. His stuff will be down in the description box as well. But I ended up going with the Godox SL60W. You guys, it's a fantastic light. I mean, it blew me away what I was able to find out about this particular light in comparison to, you know, such big expensive lights such as the Aperture 120D. This particular light came with, of course, power cable. It came with a lamp cover. It came with a standard reflector, and then the biggest selling point for me was it came with this remote. Now, if you guys know anything about my workflow, I do all my videos for the most part by myself. It's just me that sets up the camera, sets up the light, with the exception of a couple videos or a couple sections of videos. But for the most part, I do it by myself. So with these other lights, I'd have to set them. Can't talk. I'd have to set them up, and then I would have to sit down, adjust, get up, adjust, sit down, take a look in the camera. It just was not a convenient workflow. So the thing I love about this particular light, like I said, is the remote. Now I can sit here in front of the camera, position it, and then sit down and actually adjust the brightness of the light. So as you guys can tell, based off of the camera settings I have on my camera, the light is dimming down to 10%, and I mean, even in the right setting with the right camera settings, the right environment, this would work perfectly. But going all the way up to 100%, like right here in front of me, it is extremely bright. I mean, it's getting to be too bright. And right here is at 100%, and it's way too bright. So we're gonna drop that back down again. But I mean, it's extremely convenient. It works for my workflow. I think this is the absolute best moderately priced light that you can get in 2020, you guys. I don't think there's anything else out there that I could recommend that doesn't do what this does. I mean, on top of the awesome remote capabilities, I mean, you have the ability to have 6 different groups of 16. So you'd have 6 different groups of 16 that you can control from one remote, you guys. I plan on getting a second one, not necessarily 6 groups of 16, but a second one, and to be able to just sit here and modify and adjust, I mean, it's mind-blowing. So this light I would highly recommend. I'll have it in the description below. I spent about 160, 170 bucks for the entire kit plus the stands, and I mean, you're getting a bang for your buck. So I encourage you guys, if you're looking to kind of step your game up a little bit, I encourage you to take a look at this particular light. Look at the options that this light has to offer. Again, I'm not an affiliate. I don't get paid for you guys to click any links or anything, but I encourage you guys to please check this light out. But even more than checking out this light for your production, I encourage you to make what you have work for you until you can step up your game a little bit, so that you can see 1 year as a YouTuber, see 2 years, see 10 years as a successful YouTuber or a video producer, you guys. So once again, you guys, I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support over this entire year. I appreciate you guys riding with me, and I'm excited to see what year number 2 looks like. You guys, until we meet again, y'all be safe. God bless you guys, and y'all be easy. Catch y'all next time.